Hello and welcome. It is my pleasure to have you with me this evening. I just had to, once again, my name is Bonnie April, aka April. I had to get this out to you. I've been meditating off and on for most of my adult life. I never really got consistent until like 4 years ago. And although when it comes to meditating, which is same as prayer, it really is. Uh, I did the consistency and everything because was extremely ill and still defeating some of this, and it's a process too. I had every inflammation, illness there was out there. I was literally, to be quite honest with you, I was literally dying from guilt. And especially in the year, I think it's 2096, 97, something like that. I was very close to death. I had 2 heart failures. And I am today, alive today, because I surely do not drink anymore. And I ruined that. I ended up in this. This is a testimony. I quit for like 2 years, and then I just took one shot, or actually I think it was like 2 shots. I don't even think I finished. I don't even think I touched the first or the second shot. I just did the first shot, or the first couple shots, just with my friends. I hadn't seen them in such a long time, and I was fixing to go in for surgery to get my gallbladder removed and everything, which I swear, I wish I never did that either. But anyway, make a long story short, when I went in for my gallbladder surgery, they said that I had ruined my liver again. And the thing is that my liver was healed. I quit for 2 years and started to get healed, of course, in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord. And the process now, I do it a lot. I do a lot of breathing, and you can't really tell that I'm doing it from time to time when I do it. But when I'm really get into it and get focused and everything, I had to share this. I did this first, I do studies. I've been doing studies for the past few years, and all kinds of things. And just to help people, I got the time. You guys are out there working so hard, and you just can't seem to find the time. And I do it for you, and I do. I love taking the journeys with you, regardless of where I'm at or where you're at. 9 times out of 10, I've been. There's something familiar with what we're going through. And if not, then I do studies, and it's free to me. It's free to me. Of course, it's not, not my time, but I have the time to spare to do it, and I enjoy it. So I'm bringing it to you. And I think his name is Mr. Hoffman, or Hoff. I have to put a link down below. I'm hoping that I'm not reaching my boundaries as far as YouTube's concerned, or Mr. Hoff for that example. But he also has classes and stuff like that you can take. But I listened to 2 of his videos, and I did my first session exactly the way he explained it and foretold it. And I wanted to share my experiences with it, and it was extremely wonderful. It's about reprogramming your cells, giving back to our body what we have obviously taken away from it, regardless whether it might be the generation before us or when we were young, or when we were teenagers, or whenever it might be. It doesn't even matter. The story doesn't. I mean, of course, yes, the testimony matters, but the story, it really doesn't matter. And this applies to everybody, and especially I study a lot about emotions and the way it affects your body, physically, mentally, and uh, what are the testimonies of the experience being true? So if I speak it, it's true. But I promise you, everybody's different. So these experiences will vary from whoever it may be. But let me tell you what I experienced. Now, I did it for 30 minutes. Now, if you can start doing this, um, little by little, just for your comfort, then I promise you, it's so beneficial. And and like I said, I've been doing breathing techniques for mostly the breathing techniques. I've just I call it the soul's eye. I just no reason. How did I know that? I just did it, and then I get confirmation from the internet or whatever. Lovely internet, but anyway, too much can always be a burden as well. But anyway, I did it for 30 minutes, and like I said, I don't think about counts. I don't count. I just feel it, and I breathe and I do it. And this kind of count is normally when I would hold my breath, I would take a deep breath in and then hold it for a count and then release. And then every time I hold it after about like 20 or 30, breathing in and out is, easy through the nose and out the mouth. I would hold my breath. And you can hold it for longer and longer and longer. Scuba divers do this. They teach it in military. I know for a fact. Military, uh, wise, and come from a family military. But anyway, and literally within the second time, in this breathing technique that Mr. Hoff has is you hold your breath on the exhaling. And that takes complete control of your breath. Okay, and there's ways to practice and get to that. And my second time of holding my breath, of course, it was longer each time I held my breath, after about 20 breathing in and out. And like I said, I held my breath when I pushed all the air out of my lungs. And then I of course, I noticed I evaluate my body, make sure my face is relaxed and gets more relaxed and more relaxed as you go through. And this is for everybody. Everybody can do this. It might vary here and there, but everybody has this capability, and everybody has this self-healing in their bodies. And of course, have faith. Stay in the Word. The Lord will heal instantaneously. Or even like when I have inflammation, sometimes my face will swell up right over here from my teeth. And last time it was getting really, really bad. It was really painful, and it took about 3 days, and it went back down. Thank God. And thank you, Daddy, so much. He helps. I love him so much. Anyway, the Lord uses us for other people. And anyway, my first experience when the second time I held my breath, okay, instantaneously, which it might be a little bit quicker than other people might be, but instantaneously I started getting tingling in my arms and my hands, that's normal. It doesn't matter how you breathe, you're gonna feel the tingling and stuff like that. But this method of breathing, it gets really, really, really intense, and I just want you guys to be aware of what to maybe expect from it, and to know that these sensations and these feelings are normal. That means that you're getting deeper and deeper into your nervous system. Like Hoff said something about, which just makes sense because I do biology and emotional and health and stuff like that. By doing this meditation and this breathing, your mind's eye, and of course your higher self, your spiritual, your the Holy Ghost or whatever, He will guide you and He will help you. And gets intense, and it might, when you first start doing these breathing techniques, you might, it seems like you're constantly itching or something like that, as you get, try to ignore that, and just let, that's the nervous system kicking in. And we have enabled our bodies to do what it's capable of doing on a natural basis, the way the Lord made it, and to function properly. Um, and after that is like the third time I held my breath. Started to get like just for a few seconds. As I was holding my breath, I was getting a headache, which I just held my breath. And of course, the longer you hold your breath, just before you just have to take that breath in, okay, and I had that headache a little bit, and then after that, of course, it felt like I was wearing a bandana around my head, which that's normal to any kind of meditation whatsoever, the tightness on your head or whatever, or you'll feel the pulses in your body. You might even, when you drift off to sleep, you get that little ticking, like that little like muscle spasm in your body. Okay, you'll get that too throughout it could be anywhere in your body. At the end of this session of 30 minutes, I got it in my eye. And like 15 minutes even after I was done meditating, I was getting the ticking in my eye. And it was about a month ago. I had like an eye infection and everything. So it might still be kind of sort of there. So, when you do these breathing things, your brain gets the oxygen that it needs. And then from there, as you keep doing it, when you get the tingling and the pulsating maybe of your body, okay, the oxygen is coming into your body that you've so starved it from doing. So from the proper oxygen, and Hoff explained it. When we exhale all that we can and then hold our breath, we're going into some kind of metabolical state when we hold our breath, so that it makes the cleansing of your body and the healing of your body to be that much more intense. And the mind always knows what the body needs. And the thing is that we neglect what the body is trying to tell us it needs. We don't even know it, And so when we're giving it what it's been starving to have, kind of gets excited. So the nervous system will start to, like, it's almost like a little zap or something like that. I had lupus, and it would go dormant, and then it'd show up, and then it'd go dormant, and the blood don't lie, so my doctors kind of thought that was a little weird. They tested me, my new doctor did anyway. It was like every month for like a year he was taking blood from me anyway. But I've suffered from lupus, and that's a neural anti-immune. So anything that's anti-immune and neural comes from the bone marrow. And when you're holding your breath after you've exhaled, you hold your breath. Okay, your nervous system sends signals to your bones, and it reprograms it and gives everything that it needs. All our illnesses come from our bone marrow. Whatever we have lacked in life or our environment, or even our emotions, and it could be even our emotions that our mother went through when she was holding us or conceiving us. Whatever emotion she was going through can affect an organ in the body. But anyway, I have that in my other videos as well. I'll be making new ones because I'm getting better at with the camera bit, and knowing that there is somebody out there listening. But my mind there for a while didn't take that very well. But also, I have spinal injuries. Okay, and like I said, this exhaling and holding your breath, like Hoffman had explained, it will get and reach into your bone system and your nervous system. And I started sensing and feeling that pain, that little tiny pain in my spinal cord. And it vanished away because I'd command it in the name of Jesus. I just commanded, my pains to go away or whatever. And it did. It went away, but it did come on. So to prepare other people for like I said, everyone's experience is so much different than anyone else's. And like, yeah, please comment below and share your experiences, questions, get to know each other a little bit more, and uh, and if this helps you in any way, please like and share with other people. I mean, even if it doesn't, I mean, it could help somebody else out there, with stress and everything. Because any stress whatsoever depletes our immune system. And, of course, uh, which I understand Hoffman's talking about with the bone marrow, because I do studies on that stuff, and makes absolute sense. I learned two great things from him, obviously, because I experienced it today, and I feel so vibrant, and my process of healing, the experience has been wonderful, and I couldn't stress it enough. I just want other people to know that this is possible. Faith and giving our bodies what it needs. I mean, the Lord tells us that our bodies are our temple, and don't abuse it. But when we do, God shows mercy. So it's so possible that everything's possible, and like I said, I'd say it was probably like 8 years ago. The hospital was preparing my children to put me in the grave, and of course, I went back into drinking a couple more times before that or after that, and so like I said, God's a very merciful, our Creator, that very power that makes our heart beat and everything, definitely heals us and has mercy on us. When we seek and we ask and we want, and but I really want to share this stuff with you. Like I love taking the journeys with you, and all, but it's a little hard, for me to do it when I'm on camera and wanting to think about other people's what they might be going through to help them along the process. And I can't stress this hard enough. It's going to be hard at first because your body has not been used to it. And you got to remember your cells are from memory. If your body's not used to it, it has no memory. You have to build that memory. It's like that little microchip that's in your car or in your phone or whatever. It has to, work on memory. The body is a well machine. I mean, God made a wonderful body. Once you really have that awareness to realize that the body is capable of all this, and anybody and everybody can do this. And the thing is that I've said this in my videos before about children, and once they reach the ages of 8 and 9, they start reacting and acting from the perception and the program. So if we do this for ourselves, so we can be healthy and be around longer, see our grandchildren and everything, we do this with our little children, it will already be programmed in there. And you know what the greatest thing is? And I thought about this yesterday. The greatest thing is that breaks the code of the genetics from you having the same problems as your mother or your ancestors did. You're the same illnesses as your ancestors. That just totally breaks the pattern for your children once you teach them how to maintain their emotions and keep their body well oiled so that so the body can withhold stress, because stress is in the form of, it could be weather, anything. Stress is stress, period. Emotional, physically, mentally, it's regardless of whatever the body is not used to, is stress to the body. So if we condition the body, the earlier the better, the more success, and then we heal the generations before us and after us. It always takes us to make a mistake or mess up in order to learn and have that experience to help other people. And I wouldn't trade my experiences for anything in the world. The only important thing is when you go through them, to not get stuck. And, go through them, get the wisdom that you need for them, and to get through. And let's stop bullying our creator, and he doesn't want us to suffer in any manner whatsoever. So stop bullying our creator and, saying that he's putting us through this. Maybe he's putting us through it for some wisdom, but he has no intentions of our suffering. He doesn't find any amusement or any joy in it whatsoever. Of course, the devil does. Of course, he uses other people to try to get to us emotionally. As long as we keep ourselves well maintained, give our bodies what it needs, what we've not been giving it for so many years, maybe even generations, and we give back to the body, and we'll be able to withstand more stress than you can ever imagine. And with much suffering becomes much wisdom. And until later, for now, it's 20 minutes of your time, and I surely hope that you stuck with me, and I hope you all have a great and blessed year coming up. And FYU, I think it is. Every holiday this year is a full moon. That's a special thing. It hasn't happened in like over 1,000 years. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to join you in some more breathing techniques. And until later, namaste.